Welcome back to mine and Reggie's YouTube channel. It's no longer Danny's, it's ours.
Welcome back to the YouTube. Obviously the last scene you probably would have seen was the end of the Portugal show. So what I wanted to do today was a little bit of recap of the shows, what the goals are now, obviously moving into an off season, and going to bring you through some of my food as well, because it's increased. We've got new different carb sources, we've got different protein sources. We're actually moving to bacon because I'm so bored of turkey mince, and yeah, swapped some pasta out as well because I've got a lot more calories now. So we'll get into the video and we'll bring you along with us. So 170 grams of pasta. Now this has obviously increased, and I think I started on like 85, 90 grams, something like that, and then every time I check in. So the sort of reverse process from the shows was actually very well managed. It kind of, every day I would check in with Jake, and providing the condition was good, training was good, and the weight wasn't jumping up too quickly, the food kind of increased every day, and it was mainly from carb sources. So the protein's now probably sitting around 250 grams of protein. I think the total calories are about 5,300-ish per day. So yeah, this meal is 125 grams of bacon medallions, 175 grams of 170 grams of pasta, 150 grams of sauce, and 150 grams of veg. So I'll prepare this meal, and then we'll have a sit down and have a chat.
Welcome to my obnoxious display. No, I thought I would do a little bit of a wrap up really. Obviously it was an incredibly successful season. You will now see that I have a little bit of body fat on me. My cheeks have reappeared. I'll show you in a minute the actual state of me. There's a video of me in Portugal and I look like a 90-year-old woman. So it's nice to have a little bit of fat back in my cheeks. Anyway, very, very successful season, as we can see. We did a very good job. So yeah, since the shows, we have obviously started our reverse diet, finished that now. My food is pretty high. I would imagine over 3,000 now. So yeah, I am definitely getting lots and lots of food in. Just had a new training plan through. I was previously on a 2-week split. I'm now back on a 1-week split. See how that goes. 3 leg days a week. Predominantly because all my feedback was, I need to develop my glutes and lower. Upper, there was never a comment about the upper, so we're presuming that that's okay. So yeah, just training and just getting to work really. In terms of the actual reverse itself, it was pretty good, to be honest. I know a lot of people struggle kind of coming out of shows with perhaps kind of overeating or binging and things like that. I kind of just told myself I am treating the next kind of 4 weeks as prep. So I didn't have any kind of off plans. Jake, I was checking in with Jake, my coach, every single day, and he dropped food in for me if my weight kind of stayed stable. And yeah, now we're kind of on the first kind of, I guess, push really in terms of food. So I'm sitting at about 6 kilos above stage weight, and we're now coming up to 11 weeks post show, so it's pretty good. It's about half a kilo a week. Obviously sometimes that kind of came in larger spikes, but we have to get healthy at the end of the day, particularly after a long dieting phase and as a female. Still no cycle, but she will come. I've had all the symptoms. Danny will definitely agree with me on that. But yeah, we're just pushing for health now. Future plans for me is at the moment, we are going to continue kind of off season into January time. Danny and I are going on our honeymoon in December for 3 weeks. When we come back, start of January, that is the plan to kind of start prep then. Depending when I come in, how long it takes me to get lean, is when I will kind of do my first regional, and from there we will go on to do a couple of pro qualifiers and then finish up possibly on the PCA Universe and do the pro show if we don't get the pro card before that. So I'm putting it out there now. That's what we're going after. So we'll see what happens, but you know, we'll just, yeah, got to keep working. Right, I was just saying about how my face is filled out. I'm just going to show you a picture of what I look like one day post-show. I look like a 90-year-old woman. So there is some benefits to the weight gain. My cheeks have come back and I no longer look like an old lady. And I'd also had quite a lot of filler then to try and fill my face out. So yeah, no longer dead, which is nice.
So this is meal number 3. A little bit of cheeky aromat seasoning. And if anyone hasn't tried this, it's a game changer. Probably about 16 calories per 10 grams, so it's actually not that bad. And that is meal 3, all made up. So obviously moving into an off season, I've gone from probably around 2,000 calories, which I was on going into the end of those shows. This is now probably 1,000 calories in this meal. My pre and post workout are probably another 1,000 per meal, and say roughly about 5,400 calories at the moment. And weight is stable, and I'm sort of sitting now. We're about 10 weeks post show, and I'm sitting at 87, and on stage I was 79. So we'll call it 8 to 9 kilos. It keeps fluctuating depending on the day that I weigh in, but it's good. Off all super supplements, and my supplement regimen has slightly changed, and I'll go through that in after I've eaten this, because I'm starving. Still starving eating this amount of calories, so I'll go and get this in me. The next few weeks worth of supplementation. So the subs I have gone through before on a previous video, but one of the things that I've added this time is folic acid at a higher dose, because I got my bloods back and they were not the best in terms of liver toxicity, so I've been putting that in there to try and bring the alt down in the blood results. And I'm 11 weeks ish now post show, so that's with no stress, well, a lot less stress on the body than it was on it at that time, in terms of supplements that are going in and stuff, obviously to help me harden out and dry up for the shows. So this is all, as you can see there's 7 weeks fully made. If I bring that up there, 7 weeks fully made, and then that's this week's one. AM and PM in there I've got, and I'll run through them. I've got Omega Pharma Pro. I have 6 of those a day, and that's basically an omega supplement because I don't like fish and I need to keep my omegas high. It helps with cholesterol levels, and it also helps with lubrication of joints and cognitive function and many other things. Vital Support it covers everything. It's all your vital organs, it support that. So it's got astragalus in there, Tudka, and it's obviously a great supplement by JP. And then I have 2 heart supplements. Now, I had a heart scare back last year. Left ventricle hypertrophy, which is common in bodybuilders and common in people in high sort of end sports. So it basically means my left part of my heart is it's enlarged from high blood pressure. So I take these to help with that. And yeah, again, you can't really put a price on your health, so whatever it costs, it costs. Curcumin is a anti-inflammatory. Multimax is a multivitamin, and as you can see, the panel on that is huge, so it's got plenty of stuff in there. Make sure that I'm hitting all my micronutrient needs. D3 and K2, which is an essential folic acid, as I discussed, and I've got some thyroid medication in there as well, because when I got my bloods back from my show, it showed that I was deficient in my T4 was low, which basically means my thyroid was underactive, and that'll be from months and months and months of aggressive dieting. So just to try and get that back into its normal range, I'm taking some thyroid support as well, so that will just get me back to my normal level. My bloods I'm going to get done next Wednesday, providing I get the green light on that from Jake, and all of the numbers are good. Then it's time to start pushing food, and I'm sitting at 5,000 calories now, but that's not me pushing. Pushing is about 6.5, so I've got another 1,000 calories in there, so that'll be interesting. The next video we're going to be doing as well will be a full day of eating times 2. So we've got a little bit of a wager going on between Jake and I that he thinks that I can't eat all my meals twice in a day. So what I'll be doing is I'll be making the meal for me, and then I'll be making another meal exactly the same for me, and we're going to video that, and that'll be the next video. So make sure you subscribe, you comment and you like on this one, and then you'll get notification when the new one comes live, which will be next week hopefully. And yeah, let's go upstairs and have a little recap of the shows. So as you can see behind me, we had a pretty successful season. This is 3 years of hard work, graft, sacrifice, commitment, whatever you want to call it. But this was the most important thing to me, was winning a show, and getting the overall was just cherry on the top. So on reflection, went into the pro qualifier in Portugal, just to almost get my bearings of where I am in terms of goals. And I think the goal that I've set now that I'm back and I'm back into reality is I really want to become a PCA pro. So that'll be the first goal, and obviously that's more attainable than becoming an IFBB pro. That's like a next level, so that'll be potentially a goal for the future. So I've committed now to Jake that I'll take a minimum of a year out, and we're 2 months into that. So potentially another 10 months of bulking and growing, and we're currently progressing through the health phase. So as I've gone through in the video, or I will go through in the video, is supplementation, new calories, a lot more food. I think my calories are probably nearly 2.5 times more than they were when I was competing. So that's nice, not being hungry all the time. New training plan, new training partner, new gym as well. So I'm completely like taking myself from where I was before, and I've thrown myself back in. So I'm now training with Aaron, who you've probably heard me mention throughout the YouTube as well. Come and help me like pack up the whole house when we went away to the shows. So I come back, did a session with him. We haven't trained together since we were both 22, 23. So that's like nearly 10 years ago. So we did a session with him, and we just got straight back into that groove and connected again. So that was really nice. A childhood friendship rekindled in the gym. So now I'll be training with Aaron until the next show season, and potentially Aaron might be competing with me, and he'll be in later in the video as well, going through some of the pushing me to my limits in the gym. So we'll hopefully get that covered. New gym. So I'm still at Carrefour. Always will be at Carrefour. That's my hub. But I was at Elite before, and now I'm training at Prime, which is where Aaron works. And again, that's got an amazing range of equipment, and again, just different machines and different mechanisms that I can actually use to grow and build my physique. We've identified some weaknesses in the physique, and it's always been chest. Chest has always got to be improved. So that's going to be the focus. Also, the thickness and density in my back when on stage, it was good, but it wasn't of the caliber of the guys up there. So we've now actually thrown in an extra back day. So it's legs and pull on every other Saturday. So we're doing a 10-day split, same as last time. You'll see some of this in the video of the training, but the 10-day split is going to be push, pull, rest, push, pull, legs, and then each of the leg days will be in Carrefour and Prime. The Prime one will be a pull, and then the Carrefour one will just be a full on send it leg day. So that's looking forward to growing. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of the life of Danny up till now. And we are going to try and get as much in as we can in this off season. So it's going to be a long one. We'll probably try and do a video every 2 weeks. The next one's going to be a full day of eating / 10,000 calorie challenge. So I know everybody likes an eating challenge, so we'll be doing that, and then we'll see where the next couple of years unfolds. So here we are at Gym Supplies HQ. We've got a few orders to pack ready for tomorrow, but more importantly, we've got back from the shows and we've decided let's bring this up a level. And now we're progressing our physiques, our food, and the business as well. So we are now doing same day delivery, providing you order before 3 a.m. So basically you order today, you'll get delivery tomorrow on the Isle of Man. So Monday to Friday, and we're using a local carrier to help us with that. So anyone that orders today, you'll get your delivery tomorrow, and you're not going to get that sort of speed of service on the Isle of Man. So yeah, that's leveled us up as a business, and we're just trying to grow this now and maybe move out of this garage and get a storage unit or a shop or something. That might be the long-term goal, but we'll pack up some orders, and then we'll get them all bagged ready for tomorrow.
Welcome back to the YouTube. We are 10 weeks post-show tomorrow, and we're in a very familiar setting. You've probably seen this gym many times in the previous videos. We are in Carrefour for Push. I wanted to bring you along today, show you what's changed in terms of exercise selection, training split, and training partner. So we have a very different split with different exercises, just trying to spice things up again. Obviously, we've milked the last sort of program for probably about 18 weeks, I think it was, that last program we had. So this has got a few new exercises in, and you'll see some of those today. I've got a new gym as well, so we'll be training at Prime. So previously in the videos we did Carrefour, which is this gym, and we do a split across Elites, but we're now training in Prime, and I have a new training partner. Just behind you there is Aaron, and Aaron I spoke about a lot on the previous YouTubes, the guy that kind of single-handedly packed up the house for us while I sat there and just stared at walls and into the space. So yeah, we'll get into it today. The girls are in training as well. They're obviously both 10 weeks post-show tomorrow, and they'll talk through their sort of changes to program. They've got a new program that they're sort of working on at the moment. I think Christy trains glutes 3 times a week now, which is fun. So you'll see I don't use this in the conventional manner. The conventional way would be to sit in and use the machine properly. However, I find a much better connection. And again, it's what works for you, what works for your muscle, what works for your biomechanics. So in this one, I like to keep my chest raised, facing away, and then use the pads, almost brace against my elbows and forearms, and just bring them up. And imagine I've got dumbbells in my hand. Keep the chest pinned, the shoulders up, chest up, rather than being hunched over this way. I find I get a lot of trap engagement when I use this movement, so I'm not doing it wrong. I know how to use the machine. It's just the way that we prefer to do it. So yeah, nice little warm-up set, couple of warm-up sets, and then we've got 2 top sets on this. So to that point of absolute failure where you need a spotter to bring that last rep up, and then you take the negative rep, and again, a lot of people slam that down, they'll get to that last rep and they'll just drop it. You're losing a couple of seconds there of extra stimulus on the muscle, so make sure you control that last rep, even if it's burning. That's a good sign.
Good morning. It is 10:05 in the morning. We've actually been here since 4:20 because of Psychopath. Just in the middle of our pull and delt session, which is on a Friday. I was previously on a 2-week split, which meant that every week was something different on a different day, but we've gone to a 5-day split now, which is quite nice, so I know what I'm doing on each day, because I am a creature of habit. My split is changed now because I'm trying to grow the bunda, all bikini girls now. So it is primarily kind of glute and delt focused, more so glute than anything else. So it's pretty hefty for recovery wise, but today is upper, other side, full and delt. So yeah, it's quite nice.
Okay, so we move on to the D-handle chest press now. Very similar movement to like a dumbbell chest press, but just find that this one being upright and also having the resistance of the cables adds a completely different level to the exercise. You really drill this one, but it's not for something I put in for beginners, because getting into the actual machine is difficult. But if you're a little bit more advanced, this is a nice little addition to your chest and to your push deck. Just getting into it is a little bit tricky, so you kind of in and then trying to get the elbows locked. So yeah, that previous set, I underestimated the weight because someone was on these cables, so we did shoulder press first, and obviously that's taken away from this exercise. So drop this one by 2 kilo, and hopefully I'll get 10 on its time on this. So calories have obviously increased, so is the fullness of the muscles, but still holding on to really good composition, and that is a key to a good reverse. A good rebound is sticking to your diet, not being a knobhead, not doing a Tom Roberts, not eating 10,000 calories a day, because that's just going to mess your insulin sensitivity up, your response to food. Every single day, checked Energy, and we added like 50 calories, 100 calories, whatever it might have been per day. My body got used to it day by day by day, and it's at the point now where I'm not gaining weight. I'm eating 5,400 calories, I think. But we'll go through that in the next video when we do the full day of eating times 2. Yeah, this machine is like 1.5 times my body weight, so I have to get someone to jump on the back of it to get it down for that first rep. But nice strong triceps. So here we are, back in front of the wooden panels of Car 4, just to give you a physique update on where I am. So this is 10 weeks post show. I'm about 9 kilos heavier than stage weight. Still got visible abs, still got nice, like, I want to say lean composition, but let's get the legs out. So yeah, fairly lean composition, still hanging in there. Legs are growing, obviously a lot fuller than probably the last time I was on video in this room. And we'll have a quick look at Aaron, who's a couple of weeks out from a holiday, and we'll see where his is up to.
Me, probably about a week and a bit out from a holiday. I was going to do a show, but bloods came in and probably needing to dial back a few things and just clear out the system. So just holiday prep for now. But holding good condition. Abs are definitely here now. The obliques are popping out. Composition is flawless. I still got probably a little bit on, bit of fluff on, bit of water to manipulate out. Other than that, I'm quite happy with the condition. More this to then now going to a reverse. Same as what Dai's on is 10 weeks now, so I'll be starting that fresh after holiday. But we get a little bit of the beer and the alcohol out when I'm on holiday, get a bit of that on the way back, and then I'll go in the reverse. Looking forward to it, to be fair. At the minute I feel as flat as a pancake. There's no pump really there, so looking forward to putting some size back on, getting stronger, but also getting healthier, is the key here. But yeah, liking it, I'm saying. one of my strongest points with head chest, and my strongest 24 back is going to be what I can do in the off season to work on. Got Danny there to push me for that, so yeah. Thanks.
Right, catch you in the next bit.